Okay, here I am on my Tier 9 US destroyer, the Fletcher. So yeah, 17,100 hit points. She'll do 36.5 knots and has a surface detection radius of 5.8 kilometers. She has five 127 millimeter guns in single turrets with a 12.9 kilometer range. She also has twin 5 tube 533 millimeter torpedo launchers. They have a 10.5 kilometer range and they'll do 66 knots. For captain skills, I'm running basic firing training, last stand, superintendent, demolition expert, and concealment. And my ship mods are main armaments mod 1, aiming system mod 1, torpedo tubes mod 3, damage control mod 1, steering gears mod 2, and concealment. I like running that steering gears mod 2 because I really like making this thing into a knife fighter with some extreme maneuverability. Anyway, I'm heading over to decap with another Fletcher. We're going to have a Dmitry Donskoy as backup. Behind us are on the C line, and eventually I'll be joined by a Bismarck in the B cap. Just to get it out of the way, this game is a loss. We're not going to be watching the end of this game because I don't want to show how there are some dubious captain skills being displayed, but we're not even going to go there with it. This is just an example of how you miss 100% of the torpedoes you never launch, which is why I like to launch torpedoes as much as possible when they're off a cooldown, which I'm about to do right now, coming in a decap. Obviously, we're the first ones in the decap as it's being capped, and I'm going to send my torpedoes at the point of the island over there just to deter anybody from coming around the corner. Sometimes I know there's destroyers like to sneak into that side of this cap over here. I personally never do that, but I know some do. And I have this other Fletcher, and he's doing the same thing. Actually, I think he might have to be sending against a ship, but he should be out of range like I'm out of range for the ones we can see. Anyway, so we're going to cap this pretty easily, pretty much uncontested, but as you can see by the mini map, we're going to have a lot of company real fast, and the bulk of my team is actually heading to A cap, which I guess this could work out. You know, we'll be outnumbering on one side, and it depends on how we play. I'm telling my Fletcher right now, hey, go ahead and smoke up. I'll spot for you so you can shoot. And I don't think he really got it right away, but he's going to start smoking up here in a couple seconds, and this is a good thing for destroyer drivers. You need to make sure that you're not the one spotting your targets, or if you're two of you around, somebody needs a spot. Now, because when I smoke, I tend to get caught out where I don't got no spotting, so I tend to tell other destroyers, hey, go ahead and smoke, and I'll spot for you. If I see them popping smoke, I'll go ahead and spot. But right now, I'm kind of drifting toward where I'm going to lose some visibility on targets here because I have an idea that there's two Fletchers over there, and I know they're going to be sending torpedoes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop around. I'm going to turn back into back into B cap, and there goes the torpedoes. I knew we're coming, but the other Fletcher, he's got a pretty good idea what's going on. He had a ship position pretty much how you should be when you're sitting in smoke. And right now my plan is to loop back around behind these torpedoes and get into his smoke and do what I can do. But my plan is going to change pretty quick when this Fletcher pops up, and I'm going to be in detection range, which is fine. I'll go ahead and open up with my guns on him. And here I'm shooting at him, and you can see I've been detected for about 5, 6, 7 seconds right now. I get some return fire from the Fletcher. I knock out one of his guns, and boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Oh my God. Boom, and I'm almost dead. I get some Fletchers off, some torpedoes off in the general direction of that Fletcher. I'm spotted by an aircraft, and I have 228 HP left. I didn't realize that these ships over there had installed their laser range detection gear before this match, but I almost paid for it with my ship. But right now I'm just trying to stay alive. I'm creating as much distance as I can between me. I sent those torpedoes as a deterrent, and you'll see, boom, there goes one Fletcher, and boom, there goes two Fletchers down. One set of torpedoes. Remember, you miss 100% of the torpedoes you never launch. I sent one set as more of a deterrent into the general direction of one of the Fletchers, and I hit them both. Two Tier 9 destroyers gone that fast at the beginning of the map. Although I'm near death, I am going to survive this for a while longer. We're going to use this as kind of an example of what you can do as a destroyer when you're just a small caliber secondary hit away from being dead. So right now I need to just create distance because I know I have the spotting advantage over all of these ships over here, and I actually put in chat, hey, I have 228 HP left, and because I know there's ships coming through the smoke, I have a launcher that came off a cooldown. I'll go ahead and send in torps into the smoke again because I know there's ships coming through all that smoke over there, and I want them to know that there's still two destroyers over here and they got a serious deterrent coming on. but I almost screw up right now and almost kill myself because I didn't realize where the spotting plane was at. And again, I was spotted for like 3 to 5 seconds in that Baltimore. I swear, look at this. Shots coming in. It's like, what do you guys? Boom. Look at that. That was a Bismarck. Blind torpedo launch. 2 blind torpedo launches. 10 torpedoes. 3 kills. You're going to miss all the torpedoes you never send. Send those torpedoes as a deterrent, if anything. You got to get them in the water, especially when their ships clumped up that close together. That player I just killed right now, he was like, I hate this ship. It's garbage. And he doesn't know he's actually in a good... Oh, that was a Torp. He's actually in a good ship. He just got caught out. You know, he kind of lost situational awareness a little bit or whatever. And right now I put in chat, no matter what happens in this game now, I felt this is a good game for me. Now I launched on that Baltimore more as a deterrent. I know there's a spotting plane up. I know they see these torpedoes coming, but I'm gonna start sending torps every chance I get because I need to slow these ships down. We took A cap. Our ships are moving towards C cap, but right now it's a close game. Where we got the advantages is we have 2 destroyers left. They only have 1, and I took out the 2 main destroyers, which is those 2 Fletchers. So right now I thought about launching on the Baltimore again. But then I look over to my port side and I see this Amagi over there that looks like he wants to come straight for the cap. You don't really see it right now. I don't know why the replay didn't show the targeting. I retargeted the Amagi and he was slowing down. And then after I launched the torps, I was like, these torps are going to miss, but that's fine because I got another set going to be coming off a cooldown here in 20 seconds. The other Fletcher sent both of his racks at that Amagi also. So now this Amagi's basically got a Shimakaze launch coming at him. He's got 15 torps coming at him, and there's no spotting aircraft up, I don't think, anymore. So right now I'm hoping maybe we can get a couple hits off of him. So the Fletcher and myself, the other Fletcher, we're just losing ground, keeping spotting. The Dmitry Donskoy got himself into a bad situation. He waited too long to get going up out of there. But he's shooting AP. You know, I really don't know what's going on with his direction, whatever. And the Amagi, I can see, looks like my torps are all going to miss. I didn't really zoom in on them. I'm paying more of attention to the Indianapolis and the Baltimore right now. And boom, torpedo hit. Got a hit off the Amagi, which is, here I am. I got 4 torpedo hits, just short of 50,000 damage done. And I've been sailing around with 228 hit points for a good 6 minutes now. And right now I'm telling this Bismarck who came back to us, hey, man, you need to slow down. I'm going to smoke you because right now we got we're outnumbered over here. He's on fire. He's like, he stinks. He's slowing down right now. And I'm going to start popping my smoke right now. I'm kind of doing this dangerous because right now if I get a secondary that comes in or a badly aimed shot, a nick, and I'm going to die. So as I'm laying this smoke, I'm sending torpedoes again at the Amagi. Well, the first set was at the Amagi. The second one I sent out in front, more concerned about maybe those one of those cruisers are going to stumble into it, really not target them, and then you see the Baltimore pops up. So right now I'm trying to get a little bit more distance to myself in the Baltimore. I overturned a little bit. I lost spotting, picked up the Amagi a little bit for a few more seconds, but I really need to get out and do some more spotting right now because I'm not going to use my guns at all. I can't break my concealment. I need to be eyes for my team. But right here's where you're gonna get in the case where I lost situational awareness on a mini map, and it's about to cost me my ship right here pretty soon. Right now, thinking I'm in a good position. I'm gonna spot these ships. I got torpedoes going out. I'm waiting till my cooldown comes again. I'm gonna send more torpedoes out. Right now, the other Fletcher and the Bismarck are concentrating on the Amagi. They're just trying to get guns off the playing field. And right now on the mini map, you see I got an Iowa popping up on me at the worst possible moment. I got no smoke, no torpedoes. All I got is my speed boost. I turn away from him. I hit my speed boost. I'm going to try to get some shots on him, get some cheapy cap resets right now. But pretty much if he sets me as a second, I'm dead. I got to hope he's got some drunk secondary. And again, the Indianapolis, look at that. Man, these guys are like just so quick shots at me. And boom, there I go. Like I said, small secondary is always going to take to kill me. And the unfortunate fact is that now my 2 teammates in the smoke have lost all their spotting. Luckily, the other Fletcher, he knows what's going on. He's got a pretty good idea what's happening, so he's moving out of smoke. He picks up spotting again for our team. The Bismarck opens up on the Amagi again because he's trying to get him out of the game. Limit the number of guns on the field. The Fletcher right now, I know he's got his eyes set on this Iowa. The Iowa is a serious threat right now. The Fletcher, he gets one set of torps out. I know he has 2 sets of torps ready because he's been sending them together. The Iowa's turning into him, and the Fletcher's holding his second set, and I know the Fletcher spotted here pretty soon. The Iowa overturns a little bit, catches one on the side, but he got it on the belt, so it minimized the damage. And the Fletcher's holding, and sets it right when the Iowa basically has no chance. The Fletcher's going to die right now to secondary fire, but he held that second set until the Iowa had absolutely no chance and takes him out of the game. So now the Bismarck has just got this Baltimore, which he should easily be able to handle pretty quick, but what's going to happen again, RNGesus is going to get the Bismarck. He's going to open up on him. He's opening the ship up right now, as you can see. He gets a full salvo off on him, and who knows where that hit. The water, overpans. That Baltimore should have been deleted right there, but he wasn't. So now the Bismarck has got to turn away from this Indianapolis. He's got another ship in the distance firing at him. The secondaries are getting shots off on Indianapolis, and Bismarck is concentrating on getting that Baltimore out of the game. He's swinging his ship back around. He's on fire. I know his damage control ability is on cooldown right now because he's already used it. Gets a salvo off on the Baltimore again. This Baltimore's like, he lived through 2 salvos from a Bismarck at that close range. He must have paid it for the RNGesus, and then finally the Baltimore goes down. But now the Bismarck, he's all alone. He's got no help. He's got an Indianapolis and another Baltimore in the distance firing at him. His damage control is on cooldown. He's burning from all over his ship, and he's about to go down right now. Boom. So anyway, this is an example of sending torps when they're off a cooldown. You never know what you're going to hit. And remember, you miss 100% of the torpedoes that you never put into the water. Double strike on Fletcher, and then another blind strike on a battleship beginning of the game.